Day 28 of the NSC Investment Challenge 2025. Then you already know. So, too much sec, man. You already know, Mazay. We have 2 more days before. We finish. We finished the 30-day challenge, and man, doing this stuff is not easy. As it looks. So today is a Jamhuri Edition. So, yesterday was the Jamhuri Day, and I uploaded something concerning the celebration of the history of the NSC, the Nairobi Securities Exchange. At the end of the day, why learn about something if you can't learn the history of it? So yesterday I posted a video, or was it on day 27, the Jamhuri Edition, about the what's it called, the NSC, the National Securities Exchange, the history that was behind the National Securities Exchange. So I think we're just going to look over that for now, since there's nothing really much to do, because today the markets are closed. I hope one day we're going to figure the 24-hour economy where markets trade 24/7. But for today, it's on a Saturday, and people are out there on the holidays. But me, I decided to make this video for you guys. So let's do this. At the end of the day, consistency beats anything. So what I'm going to do, we're going to just look at the history from a beginner's perspective. At the end of the day, I made the video yesterday, not because if you want it you can see it over there myself. I'll put it up over there, but I didn't want to make something super complicated. At the end of the day, najua kila mtu mwenye ananiangalia at the end of the day is somebody who's beginning. Hata anashanga mazini ni stuff gani jamaa anafanya mazee. Some people pay no mind, but at the end of the day, you're paying, if you're actually paying attention mazee, well and good. You've actually taken the first step mazee into financial literacy, and which is very good. So what we're going to do, so the NSC itself, based on information mazee, the first signs of the NSC being born in the 1920s. Also walikuwa wanaenda Stanley Hotel, wanachapa madeals, wanasema mazee ni aje, but those were the wazungus that were there. The wazungus that were there, they were the ones who were chaping deals. Hakukuwa na Mwafrika mwenye anachapa deal mazee. Ningeimagine mazee kuna Mwafrika alikuwa anachapa deal, but I don't think so. So the first signs ilikuja at around 1951. 1951 to 1953. 1953 ndo the London Stock Exchange sasa ndio ikaamua let's give these people a chance. So the NSC itself was formed in 1954. Registered as the Nairobi Stock Exchange under the Societies Act. Masuribo lakini iliintroduced in 1994. Here's a coin, this is a shilling from 1954. Nachikulish hiyo stuff na kasupu. So it registered in 1954, and then trading was initially by Europeans. Before sasa tupate independence. Alafu after independence was when now it started picking up, because now before it was just Europeans who were doing the stock exchange. At the end of the day, there's a building. You guys can see the building over here. This was the building that was being used for the Nairobi Stock Exchange. It's exchange building, as it's an old building. And nitawapa link here where those pictures are coming from. But there's a page in Pinterest where all those vintage pictures are. So when what's it called, when the 1963 ilifika, so the foundation for broader economic reforms. So now majority of the companies now could come in, like let's say the Kenyan, since now we're independent, any Kenyan who had an innovative idea, and Jamhuri ni kumaanisha mazee republic. We became a republic, we became self-governing. That's why it's called the Republic of Kenya. Kenya is not a democracy. Kenya is a republic. Kenya, let's get that thing out of there. That's why we have a coat of arms. Kenya is not a democracy. We have never been a democracy. We are a republic. We're the Republic of Kenya, where the power is held by the people, we govern ourselves. Ndio. Kenya's independence mazee ilifanya the NSE go into a slump kidogo, and then now the gradual increase of local participation ndio ikaleta momentum mazee ikakuja, si ndio? As you can see here, there's a coat of arms. Kama unaona hii coat of arms na hii coat of arms hapa, si ndio? Now from there economic reforms zikaanza, si ndio? I think the first economic reforms, gava iliuza stake yake ya KCB to the public, si ndio? Hii sale was very significant, si ndio? It came also with like 8 new brokerage firms for the nini, si ndio? Majority of the things that were held by the government, si ndio? So the fact that we had an Nairobi Securities Exchange meant that companies were now private. The private companies could be publicly listed and traded by the public. And again, not only by the government, but also by the public, not only by the private, but anybody who was willing to invest in those companies could come and buy the shares and raise capital so that they could need the companies. So that sale for the 1980, the privatization, the 20% stake that the government had in ACB was actually a very big deal. It came with a lot of realizations, and people actually saw that as a chance to invest in the stocks of the country. So during the 1990s, I'm not going to like make it seem like ati kuna vitu fulani mazuri unafaa kujua ama unafaa kujua. At the end of the day, I'm just going through the video because at the end of the day, as a person living in this country, you have to understand the history of the money behind this country. So when mwenyewe 1991, let's just go forward. 1991 mazee, the NSE became incorporated as a company limited by guarantee for better governance. At the end of the day, I think it was more of government owned before, but now it became a private firm that could be governed much better due to the high rate of bureaucracy in governments. And PR, if it was still a government entity right now, it would be marred by corruption. And then by 1994, they introduced computers. Computers, now the making of the computers now, I think it made things faster. And then now foreign investments was introduced in 1995. Basically from there now, everything was now going up and up. So what's the one thing that people like, let's say if you're going to Ninimas, what's a T5? T plus 5, T plus 5 trading cycle. So T plus 5 trading cycle means a stock trade settlement, transfer of ownership and funds takes 5 business days. I guess so T plus 5, there's T plus 5, then T plus 3, and then T plus 2, and then T plus 1. So T plus 5, a stock takes 5 days to trade. And then now, eventually, when it was in the 2000s, it used to take 5 days. And then the automated trading system was introduced in 2006, extending the hours of and enabling bond trading. T plus 5, it means that the change of ownership of a stock takes 5 business days to be settled. And then now, if you move towards this other one, what's it called? 2011, you can see in 2011, if you look at the video, you can see in 2011 there's a T plus 3, which means the settlement of you buying a bond takes 3 days. And then demutualized, converted to a public. What I'm trying to show you guys is there's a lot that has happened between the finances of your country and the independence. They're very concurrent, because at some point people don't even realize like NSC there's a time the NSE was rated the best for performing index globally in the 1990s. Like, we were literally rated the best performing index in the whole world. We beat New York, we beat Japan, we beat London, we beat London or the city of London, either the city of London or London, whichever was it. We beat Europe, we beat South Africa, we beat Nigeria to become the best performing share index globally. The NSE in the NSE 20, we were the best performing. If you can remember, there's the NSE 25, the NSE 20, and the NSE 10. So our NSE 20 was the best performing market globally. So there's a lot for everybody to learn. At the end of the day, I made the video. Again, the video in the upper. If you want to go see it. Learn a bit about the money that was moving in your country. It's not like I didn't make something that was super complicated. If you want to learn more, you can go to the NSC website, you can go to various other sources, but I've just made a small 6-minute video to just give you an overview of how the things have moved from the time things were in Stanley, and now from the time things were in Stanley and now to the time now things are here, man. Hadi tumaze tukakuwa the top rated globally bana, yani noma maze. And then now till now, when it's pre-COVID and post-COVID. So anyway, so this is day 28 of the NSE Investment Challenge, maze. We still have 2 more days to go, maze. By Monday, this whole thing will be done. And man, thank you to anybody, maze, who's watching. So keep safe, maze. Enjoy your weekend, man, and we out.